Right. What the hell was that about? Did everyone get that alert about teachers not blinking? This thing?
Yeah, what the hell was that about?
I thought it was some kind of joke at first.
Has anyone actually noticed teachers acting off today?
That's exactly what we need to figure out. Everyone stay calm, but keep your eyes open. Report anything unusual you see.
I'm gonna try to access the security cameras, see if I can spot anything from the feeds.
Mr. Davidson in first period seemed really off. He kept staring at the back wall for like 10 minutes straight.
Mrs. Russell hasn't moved from behind her desk all morning, just sitting there like a statue.
Okay, everyone, maybe keep your eyes open today. We need to build a pattern here.
Holy crap, guys. I'm in the security system. 17 teachers haven't blinked in the last 4 hours. Not even once.
Okay. Well, that's just ridiculous. Humans blink every 3 to 5 seconds automatically.
Unless they're not human anymore.
Phoenix, don't you dare start with conspiracy theories.
I'm watching Mr. Patterson right now on camera 3. He's been standing in the exact same position for 37 minutes straight, not even shifting a muscle.
I just walked past the faculty lounge. 6 teachers inside, all facing the same direction. None of them talking. Just standing there in perfect formation.
This is some invasion of the body snatcher stuff.
Everyone, calm down. We're probably dealing with some kind of medical emergency, mass hysteria, or chemical exposure, maybe.
Zeph, I'm sending you a screenshot of the camera feed. Look at how they're walking, completely in sync like they're marching.
Oh God, I see it too from the second floor. 3 teachers just walked past my classroom, all taking the exact same steps at the exact same time.
And you still think this is medical? Wake up, Zeph! This is 100% something supernatural.
Okay, maybe you're right.
I'm tracking their movement throughout the building. The affected teachers seem to be converging on specific areas, blocking certain hallways and exits.
Uh-oh. I just tried to go to the bathroom, but Mr. Rodriguez wouldn't let me leave the classroom. Said it wasn't safe to wander the halls right now.
That's not normal protocol. Teachers can't just lock us in classrooms.
Unless they're following some kind of emergency procedure that we don't know about. Has anyone tried calling their parents?
I did, but my call got blocked.
My mom works at the district office. She would have texted me if there was a real emergency.
I'm going to test something. Going to directly ask Mr. Harmon about the blinking thing.
Phoenix, no! Don't draw attention to yourself.
The grind's the grind, man.
Ember, you there?
Yeah, what's up?
I found something kinda crazy in the girls' locker room. There's like a hole in the wall behind the showers. Looks like it leads to some kind of tunnel.
Wait, seriously? How big is the hole?
More than big enough for a person to crawl through. The wall looks like it collapsed recently. There's fresh debris on the floor.
Dude, I know about those tunnels. My brother used to explore them when he went here. They're old maintenance passages from like the 80s.
Are they safe?
Mostly, yeah. Some areas are flooded, but the main passages are still solid. Why? Are you thinking of going down there?
Hear me out. Something weird is happening with the teachers today, right?
Yeah, Miss Foster has been standing by the door for 2 hours straight. Hasn't moved or said anything. Just watching us.
Well, I think the tunnels might be connected to whatever's going on. Call it intuition, but I have a feeling.
The tunnels go all over the place, under the whole school and even out into the woods. My brother said there are chambers down there, like old rooms that were sealed off years ago.
I'm going to check it out.
You go, girl, but keep your phone on. I'll guide you if you get lost.
Thanks. If something happens to me, tell my parents I love them.
Dude, get a frickin' grip. But on a real, Zara, if you find anything down there, anything that explains what's wrong with the teachers, then you dip.
Deal. Going in now.
Okay, this just escalated by like tenfold. I'm locked in the science prep room. Mr. Harmon freaked out when I asked about the blinking. He grabbed my arm and shoved me in here.
Okay, that's abuse. Are you okay? Can you get out?
Nope. The door is locked from the outside, but I can see through the window into the main lab, and what I'm seeing is messed up.
What do you mean?
Mr. Harmon is in there with 3 other teachers. They're all standing around Jenny Morrison. She looks completely out of it, like she's in a trance or something.
Jenny was fine in English class this morning. What are they doing to her?
I can't tell exactly. I don't think they're attacking her or anything. Seems more to be that they're just circling her, and she's not responding at all. Just staring straight ahead.
Hell nah. We need to contact someone outside the school.
I told you, all external attempts of communication get blocked, but I might be able to get a message out through the school's Wi-Fi. If I can hack into the district's emergency system.
Wait, Phoenix, are they still in there?
Yeah. And now there's a 5th teacher. Mrs. Kim just walked in. She's moving the same way as the others, like she's being controlled. Oh crap! They're all looking at the prep room door now. I think they know I'm watching.
Get away from the window. Hide somewhere in that room.
There's nowhere to hide. It's just lab equipment and chemical storage. Wait! They're moving away from Jenny. She's just standing there alone now. But guys, she looks different. Her eyes are completely vacant, and she hasn't blinked once since I've been watching.
They did something to her. The same thing that's wrong with the teachers.
We need to get out of this building, right now.
I just tried the main entrance. It's sealed shut. Electronic locks engaged. Same with the side exits.
The emergency exits too. I'm watching on the security feeds. Every single way out of the building is locked down.
That's not legal. Fire codes require multiple exit points.
Legal doesn't matter if we're dealing with something that's not human. Jenny just turned toward the prep room. She's walking this way. Her movements are exactly like the teacher's now, robotic and synchronized.
Phoenix, get away from that door.
She's at the window now, looking right at me, but not seeing me. It's like she's looking through me. Her eyes are completely empty.
I'm pulling up building schematics. There has to be another way out. Service tunnels or maintenance shafts.
My dad's a contractor. He always said old buildings have hidden passages for utilities and emergency access.
Everyone start looking for alternative exits. Check storage rooms, maintenance areas, anywhere that might connect to outside.
Jenny just walked away, but now Mr. Harmon is back, and he's got keys. I think he's coming to let me out.
Don't let him near you. Whatever you do, stay away from him.
I'm moving toward the back of the room. I'm under the desks too, so he can't see me. All right, he's in. He's walking, but really slowly. Brother is looking for me like some kind of goddamn tiger.
There's a pattern here. They're not trying to hurt us immediately. They're organizing something, positioning us where they want us.
The security cameras show groups of affected teachers stationed at key points throughout the building. They're controlling movement and access. This is coordinated.
Coordinated by who or what?
Mr. Harmon just spoke. First words I've heard from any of them today. He said, "Come with me, Phoenix. I know you're in here, boy." But his voice sounded distorted, flat and emotionless, like a recording.
Don't go with him. Whatever you do, don't let them take you anywhere.
I'm sneaking toward the emergency shower. Maybe I can activate it and create a distraction.
Good thinking. Water might affect whatever's controlling them.
I'm deeper in the tunnels now, Sterling. Ember told me to text you. This place is way bigger than I thought. There are markings on the walls too, like directions or even signposts. Sterling, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just a little shocked. Those markings, they're navigation markers. My dad and I explored caves with similar systems.
The arrows point to other schools in the district. Woodview High, Central Elementary, Riverside Middle. Why would there be tunnels connecting all these schools?
That's not normal infrastructure. Schools don't typically have underground tunnel connections. Send me more pictures of the construction. This concrete work is old, way older than Riverdale High. The school was built in 1998, right? But this tunnel system looks like it's from the 70s or 80s.
So the tunnels were here first, and they built the school on top of them?
Exactly, which means someone planned this connection network decades ago.
I'm going to follow the Woodview High tunnel, see where it leads.
Avoid walking under exposed bits of concrete. If these tunnels are as old as they look, there could be structural damage, or flooding in some sections.
I've got my phone flashlight, and I'm marking my path. If I don't check in every 15 minutes, send help.
Got it. Stay safe, Zara.
So I finally accessed the security archives. Not gonna lie, I found pretty messed up.
Great. What is it?
Footage from 3 weeks ago. Multiple teachers entering the building at midnight, all going directly to the basement level. Here's them literally walking through the tunnels.
Teachers don't come to school at midnight. That's completely against protocol.
I'm hiding in the chemistry storage closet. Can you send me that footage?
Sending now. But here's the strange part. They stayed in the basement for exactly 6 hours, then emerged at dawn. But when they came back up, they looked different.
In what way?
Their movements were more mechanical, and their facial expressions were completely blank.
I've been keeping count of affected teachers. We're up to 23 now. Mrs. Patterson just started showing symptoms. Standing perfectly still, no blinking, just one long vacant stare.
It's clearly still spreading then. Whatever happened to them in the basement is happening to more teachers. Every hour there's another one.
Is there a pattern to who gets affected?
Not that I can see. Different departments, different age groups. The only common factor is they all work here.
Hold that thought. I'm seeing something else in the archives. The same midnight basement visits happened 2 weeks ago and 1 week ago, meaning that all this has been going on for quite a while.
Holy Mother of God. So I got out of the lab, but when I looked back, I watched as Mr. Harmon reached up and started peeling off his face.
What do you mean peeling off his face?
Like it was a freaking mask. But underneath there was literally nothing. Just a smooth, featureless surface. No eyes, no nose, no mouth. Just blank skin.
Ow. And what? Humans can't survive without facial features. How would he be able to breathe or see?
I'm telling you what I saw. He peeled off the face like it was rubber, then placed it back on perfectly, like nothing happened.
I'm checking the current camera feeds, looking for any teachers doing the same thing. Holy crap, Phoenix is right. Mr. Davidson just did the same thing in the faculty lounge. Removed his entire face and replaced it.
Yeah. Screw this. This is supernatural, or alien, or something we don't even have the words for.
Zephyr, I found the building schematics you wanted. My dad worked on the electrical when they built this place.
What do they show?
The school was definitely built in 1998, but it was constructed on top of an older foundation. See how the basement level extends way beyond the current building? That's all original foundation from whatever was here before.
What was here before?
According to the city records, it was once called Riverdale Academy, built in 1987, demolished in 1997, but they kept the basement and tunnel system, said it was more cost-effective than filling it in.
So there's a whole underground level we don't know about.
Multiple levels, actually. The current school basement is just the top layer. There are at least 2 more levels below that, connected by service elevators and maintenance shafts.
Do you have access to those areas?
Some of them. My maintenance keys work on the older sections, but I've never been down to the lowest level. Mr. Henderson always said it was off-limits. Structural damage or something.
I think we need to get down there. If that's where the teachers are going at midnight, that's where we'll find answers.
I can try to get us access, but we'd need to wait until the affected teachers aren't guarding the basement entrance.
Work on it. We might not have much time. Did everyone just get that message? Oh, and the illustrations?
Yeah, it all just came through. Mandatory assembly in the gymnasium. All students must report immediately.
That's a trap, if I've ever seen one. They want to get us all in one place.
The gymnasium is on the basement level, same level where the teachers have been going at midnight. This is definitely a trap.
Nobody goes to that assembly. I don't care what the message says. We need to find safe zones and avoid large groups.
Where should we go then? The affected teachers are blocking most exits.
Storage rooms, unused classrooms, anywhere off the main hallways. Small spaces they can't easily search, and definitely nowhere near the basement.
I'm staying in the chemistry lab area. Lots of equipment I can use as weapons if needed, plus multiple exit routes through the prep rooms.
I'm in the computer lab. Need to maintain access to the security system. I'll keep monitoring their movements.
I'll take the library storage room. It's on the 3rd floor, far from the basement, and has a good view of the main hallways.
Good plan, everyone. Check in every 30 minutes. If anyone misses a check-in, we assume they've been taken.
Students are starting to move toward the gymnasium. I can see them on the security feeds, walking in single file lines. Very orderly, very quiet.
That's not how students normally move. We're loud and chaotic. This is like they're being controlled.
Or they're already affected like the teachers. How many students show up to a mandatory assembly without complaining?
0. Absolutely 0.
Zephyr, you there? I'm stuck in the east wing. Can't get to the rest of the building.
What's your situation?
Teachers have blocked all the hallway connections, but I can see what's happening from the 2nd floor windows. Students are going into the basement, but they're not going to the gymnasium.
Where are they going?
Deeper into the basement, through doors I've never seen open before. And Zephyr, none of them are coming back out.
How many students?
I've counted at least 40 so far, all walking the same way. Same pace, same posture, like they're marching.
Are they conscious? Do they look aware of what they're doing?
That's the scary part. They look completely normal, but they're moving with perfect synchronization. No talking, no looking around, just walking straight ahead.
They've been affected too. Whatever's happening to the teachers is spreading to students.
There's something else. I saw Jenny Morrison in one of the lines. The same Jenny that Phoenix saw in the science lab. She looked exactly like the other students now, moving the same way, same blank expression.
They're converting people, taking them somewhere in the basement and changing them.
Into what, though? What are they becoming?
Beats me, but we can't let it happen to us.
I'm going to try to find another way out of this wing. Maybe through the maintenance areas.
Sterling, I found something. The Woodview Tunnel led to an actual underground chamber. There are dozens of desks arranged in perfect rows, like a classroom, but underground.
That's not on any official building plans. Underground classrooms aren't standard construction.
It doesn't get any better. The desks all have nameplates, students' names from different schools, Woodview, Central Elementary, even some from Riverdale.
They're planning something, some kind of mass gathering or processing.
I'm going to check the other tunnel branches, see if they all lead to similar chambers.
Just be quick about it. I don't like how organized this all seems.
Neither do I. But someone needs to find out what they're really doing down here. The surface group is trapped. I might be the only one who can get the full picture.
15-minute check-ins, remember?
Got it. Next stop, Central Elementary Tunnel. Sterling, I found the first school, Central Elementary, but it's supposed to be demolished, right?
Yeah, officially demolished in 2005. Why?
Because it's still here, completely intact, hidden in the middle of the woods.
How? I drove past that site last year. It was just an empty lot.
Well, either I'm hallucinating or someone has been lying about these demolitions. I'm going inside.
Go through the back if you can. If they lied about demolishing it, there might be security or something.
Perfect. The back door is unlocked. Like, they want people to come in. The power is still on. Emergency lighting throughout the building. This place has clearly been maintained.
Maintained by who?
I'm about to find out. There's a classroom door open at the end of the hall. I can see light coming from inside. Sterling, I think I'm going to be sick.
What is it?
The classroom. It's full of bodies. Just take a look for yourself.
Holy Jesus! Are those even human corpses?
I think they are, all of them, probably adults and children, arranged like they're still in class. Name tags on the desks. These are the real teachers and students from Central Elementary, the ones who supposedly died in the fire in 2005. Someone has been collecting people for decades, and now they're doing it to our school.
How many classrooms are like this?
I'm checking now, moving down the hall. Every classroom I pass has the same thing. Preserved bodies arranged in perfect classroom formations. Teachers at their desks, students in their seats, all with their eyelids removed.
Why the eyelids?
Why don't you ask the sick bastards who did this that question? I'm starting to think it's connected to the blinking issue. Maybe they need the eyelids for something.
The people impersonating them?
That's my theory. They're wearing the faces like masks, but they need the eyes to be functional. That's why they can't blink.
You need to get back to the tunnels. We need to warn the others.
One more minute. I want to check the principal's office.
Status report, everyone. It's been 30 minutes.
I'm still in the library storage room, but I'm seeing students returning from the assembly, and they're moving exactly like the affected teachers.
Same here from the chemistry lab. Groups of students walking in perfect formation. No talking, no variation in their pace.
The security feeds show 47 students have returned so far, all exhibiting the same behavioral changes. Mechanical movements, no blinking, and all with vacant expressions.
So whatever they did to the teachers, they're now doing to the students.
How many students in total went to the assembly?
According to the feeds, approximately 120, which means about 70 students are still unaccounted for.
Still in the basement somewhere, being converted.
We need to find a way to stop this before they convert the entire school.
How do we fight something we don't understand? We don't even know what they are or what they want.
We figure out their weakness because everything has a weakness.
Zephyr, this is Nova Patterson. Sage's mom gave me your number.
Mrs. Patterson? Oh, thank God. We need help.
That's why I'm texting. I'm outside the school with about 30 other parents, but the police won't let us anywhere near the building.
What are they telling you?
That this is all a routine emergency drill, school lockdown protocol. They said all students are safe and accounted for, but that's clearly not true if you're texting me.
It's definitely not true. Something horrible is happening in here. The teachers and students are being replaced by something.
Replaced?
I know it sounds crazy, but they're not human anymore. They can remove their faces like masks, and underneath there's nothing.
Zephyr, that explains something. There are unmarked vans surrounding the school. People in hazmat suits going in and out. This doesn't look like a drill.
Can you call the FBI or state police? Someone higher up than local cops?
I'm trying, but my calls keep getting transferred or disconnected, like someone is intercepting them.
They're actually covering this up. Whatever organization is behind this has some serious resources.
How many students are still safe?
I'm not sure. Maybe 20 or 30 who haven't been converted yet, but they're working fast.
We're not giving up out here. Keep fighting, Zephyr. We'll find a way to help you.
Zephyr, this is Cleo Ashworth. I got your number from the student directory.
Cleo, where are you?
Chemistry lab, storage room. I've been hiding here since the lockdown started, but something just happened.
What?
Mrs. Russell came into the lab, one of the affected teachers, moving in that creepy robot way, but I accidentally knocked over a water bottle on her.
And?
The water splashed all over her, and her skin started dissolving, like acid was eating through it.
Holy crap. So water hurts them?
More than hurts them. It's like their skin is made of sodium. Mrs. Russell started screaming and ran out of the lab. But it wasn't a human scream. It was more like static, like a radio frequency being disrupted.
This is huge, Cleo. That means we found their weakness.
I'm thinking we could make water guns or water balloons. Use the chemistry lab equipment to pressurize water streams.
How much water do you have access to?
The lab has emergency shower stations, and I can mix solutions that would be even more reactive. Salt water, for instance, might be more effective.
Start preparing whatever you can. We might need to go on the offensive soon.
Already on it. I'm filling every container I can find and rigging some spray bottles for distance attacks.
Zephyr, it's River Blackwood. I escaped through the delivery entrance before the lockdown.
You're outside? Thank God someone made it out.
I'm hiding in the woods behind the school, but I can see everything from here. There's at least 12 unmarked vans out here, maybe more parked out of sight, plus people in hazmat suits everywhere. They're definitely not local police or emergency responders.
Any idea who they really are?
Well, there's no identification on the vehicles, but they're organized like military or federal agents. Very coordinated, very professional. This is a major operation.
How long have they been there?
I think they arrived before the lockdown even started, like they were waiting for it. This whole thing was planned in advance.
The parents outside can't see all this?
The vans are positioned to be hidden from the main road. Parents are being kept at the front entrance. They have no idea how big this operation really is.
Can you get closer to the vans? See if there's any way to identify who they are?
I'll try, but if they catch me, I'm screwed.
Stay as low as you can. You might be our only connection to the outside world.
Moving closer now, staying in the tree line.
Good Lord. Sterling, I followed the tunnel to another school, Woodview High.
The one that's supposedly still operating?
That's the thing. There are two Woodview Highs, the one everyone knows about, and this one hidden in the woods.
Two schools with the same name?
I think this is the original, and the current Woodview High is the replacement, built to house the imposters.
That's insane. How could they replace an entire school without anyone noticing?
Gradually, over time, replace the staff first, then slowly transition the students. Eventually, close the original and move everyone to the new location. I'm inside the building now. This place has clearly been used recently. There's fresh food in the cafeteria, recent newspapers in the classrooms. Someone was here within the last few days.
Students or staff?
I can't tell. I found personal belongings, backpacks, jackets, phones, all from current Woodview High students. They brought people here, but where are they now?
Check the basement. If it's like the other school, that's where they would be.
On my way there now. Oh, but before I do, I found a wall of photographs in the principal's office. Each photo has a red cross on it.
What does that mean?
The red X's seem to mark people who have been replaced. The green circles are people who are still pending. And there are photos from multiple schools, including Riverdale High. Your teacher's photos are on this wall, most of them marked with red X's.
How many green circles?
Only 5 or 6 from Riverdale, which means they're almost finished with your school. They're moving fast.
You need to get this information to Zephyr. They need to know how organized this operation is.
Sterling, I found it. The source. The original school from 1987.
Where are you?
Deep in the woods, maybe 3 miles from Riverdale. This place is massive, way bigger than any of the other schools.
It looks like a research facility.
That's because it is. I found signage inside. Riverdale Academy Research Division, Experimental Biology Department. This wasn't a normal school. It was some kind of government laboratory.
What kind of experiments?
I'm in the main lab now. There are dozens of specimen containers and research notes dating back to 1987. According to these notes, they were trying to merge human DNA with fungal organisms, creating hybrid entities that could perfectly mimic human appearance and behavior.
That's impossible.
Not impossible, just incredibly dangerous. The first successful test was conducted on March 15, 1987. Subject designation Teacher-001. But the experiment went wrong.
Wrong how?
The hybrid entity absorbed not just the teacher's appearance, but their memories, personality, everything. Then it began replicating itself, creating more hybrids by converting other humans. Within 6 months, the entire research staff had been replaced.
They lost control of their own experiment.
Completely. But here's the terrifying part. The process requires complete darkness to function properly. That's why the mimics can't blink. Their eyes need to remain constantly open to maintain the illusion. Blinking disrupts the neural pathways that control the transformation.
And water dissolves them because?
Fungal organisms are vulnerable to certain chemical compounds. Water disrupts their cellular structure, especially salt water. I've also found a central chamber. This must have been where they were and maybe still are creating new batches of the hybrid material. This is how they're mass-producing the transformation serum. They can convert entire schools in a matter of weeks.
How many vats are there?
At least 20, each one big enough to process hundreds of people. Sterling, they're planning something huge. This isn't just about replacing a few schools. This is about replacing entire communities.
Guys, I hacked into the teacher email system. What I found blows this whole thing wide open.
Well, what is it then?
Email chains between our principal and state education officials. They're calling it the integration program, and Riverdale is just the pilot location.
Integration of what?
Listen to this email from 3 days ago. Phase 1 implementation at Riverdale proceeding ahead of schedule. Then this image. Recommend immediate expansion to neighboring districts. 23 additional schools identified for Phase 2.
23 more schools? They're going to do this to 23 more schools?
It gets worse. Phase 3 will encompass entire county education system. Estimated completion date, December 2024. That's less than 2 months away.
So this isn't some isolated incident? This is a coordinated takeover of the entire education system.
But why schools? Why target students and teachers specifically?
Another email mentions optimal subjects for neurological integration. Younger minds adapt more readily to the transformation process. Educators provide ideal leadership structure for community expansion.
They're using schools as entry points into entire communities. Replace the teachers first, then the students. Then the students go home and replace their families.
That's terrifying beyond belief. We're not just fighting for our school. We're fighting to prevent this from spreading everywhere.
Wait, there's something happening outside my window. Principal Morgan is in the courtyard with a group of students, but he's got some kind of syringe.
What's he doing to them?
Injecting them with something. The students just stand there and let him. No resistance, no fear. After the injection, they become even more docile. Then they walk toward the basement entrance in perfect formation.
He's drugging them before the transformation, making them compliant so they don't fight back.
I'm seeing similar scenes on multiple security cameras. Groups of students being processed in batches, all getting the same injection, all becoming immediately passive.
How many students are left?
Based on what I can see from the cameras, maybe 15 or 20 who haven't been processed yet. We're running out of time.
Zephyr, we have a problem.
What now?
There's a teacher outside the chemistry lab, staring directly at me through the window. Look at that sick grin.
How long has he been there for?
About 5 minutes. Just standing perfectly still, not moving, not blinking, just smiling with that horrible grin, like he knows something I don't.
Your location is compromised. You need to move now.
Where am I supposed to go? There are probably more in the hallways.
Emergency window?
I'm on the 3rd floor. That's a 30-foot drop onto concrete. I don't even know how he's up here. Speaking of which, he's doing something. Looks like he's writing on the window with his finger. Letters appearing in the condensation.
What does it say?
P-H-O-E-N-I-X. He's spelling out my name. How does he know my name? I've never seen this teacher before in my life.
They share information somehow. The converted ones can access each other's knowledge.
Now he's writing more. C-O-M-E-O-U-T. Come out. He wants me to come to him voluntarily.
Absolutely not. Stay exactly where you are.
He started tapping on the glass. Rhythmic tapping. Like he's trying to hypnotize me or something. The sound is getting into my head.
Cover your ears. Don't listen to it.
I can't stop looking at him. His eyes are completely black now. No whites, no iris. Just solid black orbs. And his smile keeps getting wider.
Phoenix, you need to break eye contact. Phoenix!
To all remaining students, please note the following announcement. Remember the emergency protocols discussed in September orientation. Stay in groups of 3 or more at all times. Do not trust anyone acting out of character. Help is on the way, but timing is critical.
Ms. Montague, are you really still you?
Zephyr, thank God. I've been trying to warn everyone without alerting them. The coded messages in the announcements. Did anyone understand what I was trying to say?
You're still human. We thought all the staff had been converted.
I'm fighting it. They injected me 3 hours ago. But something about my blood chemistry is slowing the process. I'm still me, but not for much longer.
What can you tell us? What's really happening here?
There's a mass replacement event scheduled for tonight. They're processing the remaining students in batches, converting them all before dawn. Then tomorrow, Riverdale High reopens normally, except everyone inside will be one of them.
How do we stop it?
Water disrupts their cellular structure, but it has to be pressurized. High-pressure water streams can destroy them completely. The fire suppression system in the basement, if you can activate it while they're down there.
How do we access the fire system?
Maintenance panel in the main office. But Zephyr, I can feel myself changing. My thoughts are becoming less clear. The thing inside me is getting stronger.
Fight it! Keep fighting it!
I don't think I can hold it off for much longer. When I stop responding, assume I've been fully converted. And whatever you do, don't trust me after that. Promise me, Zephyr.
I promise.
Good luck. Save as many as you can.
Zephyr, this is Kai Thornfield, Jasper's little brother.
Kai, where are you?
Hidden in the woods behind the school with binoculars. I can see the loading dock. They're unloading body bags. Dozens of them, all empty.
Empty body bags?
For tonight, they're planning to remove a lot of bodies. The real students and teachers, after the conversion is complete.
How many trucks?
6 large trucks, each one carrying at least 50 body bags. That's enough for the entire school population.
They're going to kill everyone. Convert them first, then dispose of the original bodies.
It gets worse. I overheard 2 guys in hazmat suits talking. They said this is the biggest replacement event yet, but definitely not the last. They're moving to 3 more schools next week.
Which schools?
Woodview High, Central Elementary, and Riverside Middle. The same school Zara found connected to the tunnel system.
It's all connected. The tunnel network is how they move between locations.
There's something else. They're bringing in new equipment, industrial-grade water filtration systems. Like they know about the water weakness, and they're trying to protect themselves.
How much time do we have?
Based on what I'm seeing, they're planning to start the final phase at midnight. That's less than 2 hours.
We need to coordinate everyone. All the safe students, all our information. This ends tonight. All right, everyone. This is it. We have less than 2 hours before they complete the final phase. Cleo confirmed water is their weakness, so we're going to flood these bastards out.
What's the plan?
We stay split up and hit them from multiple directions. Maximize our coverage of the school. Each person takes a different area and sets up water attacks.
I can handle the cafeteria. Lots of sinks and a commercial dishwasher system. Plus, it's where most of the converted students gather.
I'll stay in the computer lab, monitor their communications, and coordinate timing. Plus, there's a fire sprinkler control panel up here.
I'll take the main hallways. Position myself near the bathroom areas for water access.
I'm going for the main office. Iris said the fire suppression controls are there. If I can activate the basement sprinklers while they're down there.
What about weapons?
Cleo is making concentrated solutions in the chemistry lab. She'll distribute them through the ventilation system. Drop points at each location.
Zephyr, the water weapons are ready. I've filled every spray bottle, water gun, and pressure container I could find.
How concentrated are the solutions?
Mixed with salt, hydrogen peroxide, and cleaning chemicals. Should be way more effective than plain water. I've also rigged the emergency shower stations, high-pressure streams that can reach across entire rooms.
Distribution plan?
I'm crawling through the air vents, dropping supply packages at each location. Phoenix gets the cafeteria supplies in 10 minutes. Sage gets the hallway supplies in 15. You get the office supplies in 20.
What about the basement?
That's where Jasper comes in. He has access to the building's water systems. If he can manually override the sprinklers down there.
Perfect. We hit them from above and below simultaneously.
Bad news about the sprinkler system. They've disabled the automatic controls.
Can you fix them?
Not from here, but I can manually override each zone. Problem is, I have to physically activate each sprinkler head, which means going down to the basement levels.
That's where all the converted people are gathering.
I know, but it's the only way to flood the lower levels. I'll wait until midnight when you guys start your attack. Use the distraction to get into position.
Are you sure about this?
Someone has to do it, and I know these systems better than anyone.
The school blueprints show service tunnels. You might be able to access the basement without going through the main areas.
Already thought of that. I'm in the maintenance tunnel system now, moving toward the basement sprinkler controls.
Stay in contact. If anything goes wrong, abort immediately.
Sterling, I found it. The central water main for the entire tunnel network.
Where?
Deep in the original school basement. This controls water flow to all connected facilities. If I open these valves, I can flood the entire underground system.
How much water are we talking about?
According to these gauges, enough to fill all the tunnels, plus the basement levels of every connected school. It'll destroy their entire operation.
What about escape routes?
That's the problem. Once I open these valves, the tunnels will flood in minutes. I won't be able to get back the way I came.
Is there another way out?
Emergency ladder leading up to ground level. Should put me somewhere in the woods near Riverdale. But I have to time this perfectly with the surface attack.
When do you activate it?
Midnight exactly. Same time Zephyr's team hits the school. Maximum confusion and damage.
Are you ready for this?
As ready as I'll ever be. This ends tonight, one way or another.
I've intercepted their communications again. Final integration phase begins at exactly midnight. All remaining students to be processed within 60 minutes.
How many students are left unprocessed?
18 confirmed safe students, plus whatever faculty might still be fighting the conversion. But the basement is packed with converted people. At least 200 mimics down there.
200? That's way more than our school population.
They've been bringing in mimics from other locations. This is their central processing facility.
So if we destroy this location, we cripple their entire operation.
Exactly, which is why we only get one shot at this. Everyone needs to be in position by 11:55. Attack begins at exactly midnight.
In position at the cafeteria. Cleo's supplies arrived 5 minutes ago. I can see about 30 converted students gathered near the basement entrance.
Wait for my signal. Do not engage until exactly midnight.
How will I know when to start?
Fire alarm. When you hear it, that's the signal. Hit them with everything you've got.
What if they overwhelm me?
Emergency exits are clear. River confirmed from the woods. If things go bad, run for the delivery entrance.
Got it. Standing by for midnight.
Positioned in the main hallway intersection. I have clear lines of sight to 3 different corridor systems, plus access to 4 separate bathroom facilities.
How many hostiles in your area?
About 15 converted teachers moving in patrol patterns. They're definitely coordinating their movements, like they're protecting something.
Probably guarding access routes to the basement.
Makes sense. Every time an unprocessed student tries to move through the hallways, they intercept and redirect them toward conversion areas.
Your job is to break their coordination. Create chaos in the hallway systems.
Water weapons locked and loaded, ready to unleash hell at midnight.
T-minus 5 minutes to midnight. All teams report status.
Cafeteria ready?
Hallways ready.
Main office ready.
Computer lab ready.
Jasper, are you in position?
In the basement now. I can see the main gathering chamber. Jesus Christ. There are hundreds of them, all standing in perfect formation, waiting for something.
The final processing phase. Can you reach the sprinkler controls?
Almost there, but they'll see me the moment I activate the system. I'll only have seconds before they swarm me.
The service ladder Iris mentioned. Can you reach it after activation?
Maybe. If I move fast enough.
T-minus 2 minutes. All teams prepare for coordinated attack. Midnight. Execute.
Fire alarm activated.
Engaging cafeteria targets.
Hallway attack commenced.
Basement sprinklers active.
Main office under attack.
Holy crap, it's working. The water is dissolving them. They're screaming, but it sounds like static. Their skin is melting off.
Keep hitting them. Don't let any escape.
Some of them are trying to retreat to the basement, but Jasper's sprinklers are going off down there. I can hear screaming from below. Lots of screaming.
Are any fighting back?
They can't. The water disables them instantly. They just dissolve into this black sludge. Oh my god, there are people underneath.
What do you mean?
When the mimics dissolve, real people are left behind. Jenny Morrison just appeared where one of them was standing. She's unconscious but breathing.
The absorbed victims. They're being released.
Water mains open. Tunnel system flooding.
Status report.
Water rushing through all tunnel branches. I can hear it hitting the underground chambers. Massive destruction sounds from multiple directions.
Any resistance?
The mimics in the tunnels are being swept away. Their screams are echoing through the entire system. It's working, Sterling. The whole network is being destroyed.
Get to that ladder.
On my way up now, water level rising fast behind me.
Main hallways secured. All converted teachers in my sector dissolved. Found 12 unconscious students, all breathing, all appearing to be real humans.
Computer lab clear. Security systems back under our control. Monitoring remaining hostile activity throughout building.
Basement flooded successfully. Hundreds of mimics destroyed. The gathering chamber is completely cleared.
Main office secured. Principal Morgan was one of them, but the real principal was trapped underneath. He's alive but disoriented.
Cafeteria completely clear. 23 students recovered alive. No more hostile activity in this sector.
Scanning the entire building. No mimics detected anywhere. We did it. We actually did it.
Zephyr, the police barriers just collapsed. Emergency vehicles are rushing toward the school.
How many?
Dozens. Fire trucks, ambulances, FBI vehicles. The hazmat teams are fleeing. Their vans are speeding away from the scene.
We need medical assistance. Lots of unconscious students and staff. All appear to be the real people who were absorbed.
Paramedics are already inside the building. How many survivors?
Still counting, but it looks like everyone who was absorbed is being recovered alive. They just have no memory of what happened to them.
What about the tunnels Zara found?
Completely flooded and destroyed. The entire underground network is gone.
Zephyr, massive activity in the woods. The abandoned schools Zara found are collapsing, like the water damage is causing structural failures.
That's probably the tunnel system supports giving way.
There are people emerging from the woods, dozens of them, all disoriented, all asking what year it is.
Victims from the other schools, people who were absorbed over the years.
Some of them are saying they remember being teachers in 1987, or students from schools that supposedly closed decades ago.
The mimics preserved their consciousness somehow. When the network was destroyed, everyone was released.
The hazmat trucks are gone, but they left behind a lot of equipment. FBI is confiscating everything.
What kind of equipment?
Scientific instruments, computers, sample containers, plus hundreds of those empty body bags. Evidence of whatever they were really doing here.
Any sign of the people who were running this operation?
No, they all escaped when the attack started. But the FBI seems to know who they're looking for. They're treating this like a major federal investigation.
Final status report, everyone.
Cafeteria sector. 23 rescued, 0 casualties.
Hallway sectors, 12 rescued, 0 casualties.
Computer systems. All hostile communications ceased. Buildings secured.
Basement levels. Completely flooded, hundreds of mimics destroyed.
Main office. Administrative systems restored. Real staff recovered. Total count, over 60 people rescued from mimic absorption. All are alive and responsive, though they remember nothing from their captivity.
External support. Emergency services on scene. Federal investigation underway. The cover-up operation has been exposed and dismantled.
So what happens now?
Now we make sure this never happens again. The tunnel network is destroyed. The underground facilities are flooded beyond repair, and the authorities know the truth.
What about the people who escaped? The ones running the operation?
That's for the FBI to handle. Our job was to save our school, and we did it.
Sunrise in 30 minutes, after the longest night of our lives.
We survived. We fought back, and we won.
Made it to the surface. Emergency crews found me in the parking lot.
How do you feel?
Exhausted but alive. The tunnel system is completely destroyed. Miles of underground passages flooded beyond recovery.
You did it, Zara. You saved everyone.
We all did it. Surface team. Underground exploration. Everyone played their part. The Mimic network is finished.
What's the official story going to be?
Federal investigation into unauthorized biological experiments. The truth, basically, just without the supernatural elements.
And the rescued people?
They're calling it mass amnesia from chemical exposure. Close enough to the truth to be believable. The important thing is everyone's alive.
School reopening?
Not for a while. The building needs major renovations after the flooding, plus psychological support for all the survivors. But when it does reopen, it'll be with the real teachers and real students.
No more mimics.
No more mimics. No more underground tunnels. No more disappearances. Just a normal high school, finally.